The secret of getting ahead is getting started. The secret of getting started is breaking your complex, overwhelming tasks into small, manageable tasks and then starting on the first one. Remember, never put off till tomorrow what you can do the day after tomorrow. Keep away from people who try to belittle your ambitions. Small people always do that, but the really greats make you feel that you too can become great. A lie can travel halfway around the world while the truth is putting on its shoes. Action speaks louder than words, but not nearly as often. Why is it that we rejoice at a birth and grieve at a funeral? It is simply because we are not the person involved. Let us live so that when we come to die, even the undertaker will be sorry. If you tell the truth, you don't have to remember anything. The fear of death follows from the fear of life. A man who lives fully is prepared to die at any time. Any emotion, if it is sincere, is involuntary. Man was made at the end of the week's work, when God was tired. When your friends begin to flatter you on how young you look, it's a sure sign that you are getting old. Better a broken promise than none at all. The human race is a race of cowards, and I am not only marching in that procession, but carrying a banner. Life would be infinitely happier if we could only be born at the age of 80 and gradually approach 18. When you fish for love, bait with your heart, not your brain. Ideally, a book would have no order to it, and the reader would have to discover his own. Necessity is the mother of taking chances. Don't part with your illusions. When they are gone, you may still exist, but you have ceased to live. Remember, never pick a fight with people who buy ink by the barrel. Good friends, good books, and a sleepy conscience. This is the ideal life. Never allow someone to be your priority while allowing yourself to be their option. The difference between the almost right word and the right word is really a large matter. It is the difference between the lightning bug and the lightning. Wrinkles should merely indicate where the smiles have been. Truth is stranger than fiction, but it is because fiction is obliged to stick to possibilities, whereas truth is not. What would men be without women? Scarce, sir. Mightily scarce. When I was a boy of 14, my father was so ignorant I could hardly stand to have the old man around. But when I got to be 21, I was astonished at how much the old man had learned in just 7 years. Part of the secret of success in life is to eat what you like, and then let the food fight it out inside. Sanity and happiness are an impossible combination. Don't go around saying the world owes you a living. The world owes you nothing. It was here first. I did not attend his funeral, but I sent a nice letter saying I approved of it. Whenever you find yourself on the side of the majority, it is time to reform, or at least pause and reflect. I, for one, have never let my schooling interfere with my education. Apparently, there is nothing that cannot happen today. Travel is fatal to prejudice, bigotry, and narrow-mindedness, and many of our people need it sorely on these counts alone. Be careless in your dress, if you will, but keep a tidy soul. It would not best that we should all think alike. It is, after all, difference of opinion that makes horse races. A man cannot be comfortable without his own approval. She was not quite what you would call refined. She was not quite what you would call unrefined. She was the kind of person that keeps a parrot. Good breeding consists in concealing how much we think of ourselves and how little we think of the other person. It is easier to stay out than get out. I, for one, never smoke to excess. That is, I smoke in moderation, only one cigar at a time. The more things are forbidden, the more popular they become. What is the difference between a taxidermist and a tax collector? The taxidermist takes only your skin. The public is merely a multiplied me. Principles have no real force except when one is well fed. I, for one, have never taken any exercise, except sleeping and resting, and I never intend to take any. Why shouldn't truth be stranger than fiction? After all, fiction has to make sense. The more you explain it, the more I don't understand it. No sinner is ever saved after the first 20 minutes of a sermon. One thinks how lucky Adam was. He knew when he said a good thing, nobody had said it before. We are all alike on the inside. It is better to take what does not belong to you than to let it lie around neglected. Never tell the truth to people who are not worthy of it. What is your favorite quote? Please let us know in the comments below.